Hey friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tiffany. Today's video is going to be a what's for dinner video where I share with you our dinners throughout the week. And I forgot the broccoli. So, tonight's dinner is, if you can't tell by the ingredients, fettuccine, not fettuccine because I bought spaghetti noodles instead of fettuccine noodles so I could do the protein ones, but chicken, broccoli, Alfredo with 5 cheese Texas toast. So I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 chicken breasts cut up into smaller pieces and cook that on the stovetop. Get some water boiling for the pasta. The boys are being loud in the background. If you can hear them, they're stretching and exercising. Bertolli, Alfredo sauce, and broccoli. So broccoli, did I say in the microwave? I don't remember what I said already because I was distracted by the boys. I'm gonna get this going. And dinner is done. It's not a very colorful meal, very beige, very brown, but we got the chicken broccoli Alfredo made with protein pasta and the 5 cheese garlic bread. So that's our meal for Sunday night. Hey friends, it is Monday night. We are doing tacos tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, this is about 1 1/4 pounds of ground turkey. I'm gonna fry that up with taco seasoning. Oh, and a can of black beans. I always mix black beans in with my meat to make it stretch further. Then we've got sour cream, smashed avocado, this garlic hot sauce from Pepper Palace, Taco Bell fire sauce, cilantro lime sauce, queso, flour tortillas, and these little carb counter ones for myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything made up, and everyone can just make their own tacos with the variety. Oh, I've got cheese too that I need to pull out. So yeah, Monday night tacos. Here's Jackson's plate. He's got sour cream, queso, cheese, the meat mixture, and Taco Bell fire sauce. Alice is actually going to do nachos, I think, so I'll show you what she comes up with. And Alice's nachos, she's just got queso, sour cream, and the meat and bean mixture. I am having 2 of the mini 0 carb counter tortillas. I've got sour cream, queso, the meat and beans, and Taco Bell fire sauce. Will's currently making his right now, and I'll show you when he's done. He's using the Garlic Fusion Pepper Palace hot sauce, sour cream,
way more than I
cheese.
meant to.
It's probably not that spicy, is it? I don't remember.
It builds.
It builds. So yeah, sour cream, meat and beans, cheese, hot sauce, and queso. Woo.
I think we're missing some pico.
Yeah, well, can't be perfect.
And cilantro.
They're out of stock.
Dang.
They've been out of stock like for the past 2 months every time I order cilantro.
Lame.
Alright, let's get, what is today? Tuesday's dinner ready. I am doing crock pot sweet and sour meatballs, and then we'll serve it over rice. So I've got some of these home style meatballs from Sam's Club. Probably about 1.5 pounds of those. We've got a bag of deluxe stir-fry veggies. This has broccoli, Italian green beans, carrots, baby corn, water chestnuts, and red peppers. This is a simple, easy dump and go. I'm going to do about 1/2 can of pineapple tidbits. And then a full bottle of the La Choy sweet and sour sauce. And then I'm just going to put it on low for about 4 to 5 hours. Everything's already cooked, so you just need to warm, it just needs to warm through. So, super simple. Oh, it smells delicious. And then I'll make rice later in the Instant Pot. I'm going to let this warm up before I stir it, because with everything being frozen, it's just going to be a big block of ice right now. So I will let that cook for a while, and then, like I said, I'll make rice in the Instant Pot, and we'll serve it over that this afternoon, this evening. Alright, so it's almost dinner time. I'm going to get the rice going for that. I've just got some long grain white rice in here, a little bit of salt and butter, and then covered it with water. And then I use the Instant Pot because it's easy because it has the rice function. And I'm just gonna let that go. And then natural pressure release for a few minutes and then switch it to manual pressure release. And then dinner's ready. I swear this makes perfect rice every time. I know some people swear by a rice cooker. I swear by my Instant Pot. So rice is done, nice and fluffy. I've got these new bowls that I got from Walmart. They're 50-cent like plastic bowls, but they're the short, like squat ones. Good for pasta dishes and then stuff like this where you're layering ingredients. So I'm gonna get everyone fed, and then Alice and I are out of the house for American Heritage Girls tonight, and Jackson and Will are going to the gym. So they need to eat before they leave and have time to let food settle a little bit. Here's the meatballs and the veggies. So I'll show you what it looks like once I get it assembled. Super steamy, very hot still. I've got Will and Jax. I'll probably have a little bowl in a little bit, maybe. I'm not super hungry yet. I might just wait to eat until, or when I get home. Alice said she does want to eat. I'm not sure if she likes sweet and sour meatballs, so I'm not gonna make her a bowl yet. I'll let her assemble it so that I don't give her too much on accident, but the boys' food is ready to go. So that's our dinner for Tuesday night. Alright friends, tonight is Wednesday and I'm making beef banh mi bowls, which is like a soy sauce mixture over ground turkey and rice and cucumbers and carrots. They're really yummy. So I'm gonna get the ground turkey on the stove top and get that cooking. I've got some rice in the Instant Pot, just like last night's dinner. I'm just gonna add water and butter to this and let it do its thing. And then I'm gonna make a sauce out of minced garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, ginger, and brown sugar. Mix that all up and you pour that, and once the meat is cooked, you pour that over the meat and kind of cook it down a little bit. And that'll be your seasoning or flavoring for the meat. Then I'm gonna dice up some cucumber, and I already have shredded carrots. So we will go ahead and assemble bowls once everything is ready. All right, so for the marinade, I just eyeball it. Got a few tablespoons of brown sugar. A bunch of garlic, huge heaping spoonful of that. Soy sauce is going to be obviously the main liquid of your, like the base of your sauce. So you use quite a bit of that. Probably about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. Got a splash of sesame oil. It's very potent, so you don't need a ton. Ginger. Sometimes I use the powdered ginger, and sometimes, well, this is actually the first time I'm using the squeezable. Come on. So probably about a tablespoon of that. And then you stir it up. Like I said, this is gonna go over top of the ground turkey or ground beef, whichever you have on hand. I bet this would be good over chicken too. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that sit. Let's get the ground turkey going. Sorry if you can hear the dishwasher in the background. I just started dishes, but dinner's done. I've got bowls for all of us. So you just put rice on the bottom and then top it with the meat mixture, shredded carrots, diced cucumber. I use the Better Good sriracha aioli and sesame seeds. So this will be our dinner for Wednesday night. There's a little bit of rice left and probably one more serving of ground beef on the stove. So Will probably come back for a second bowl. But this does not create leftovers. Even if it did, it wouldn't, because they would come back for more tonight. But this is a hit in our family. If you've not tried it, I highly recommend it. Hey friends, it is Thursday night. We were supposed to have leftovers. We don't have any leftovers because they ate them yesterday for lunch. I did want to show you though, Alice and I made chocolate covered grapes and strawberries and Lay's potato chips. So we're munching on those. I remembered I had these chicken pot pies in the freezer, so I'm going to make 2 of these for Will. There's a third one that Alice is going to have when she's hungry. And then whatever Jack, it's basically a fend for yourself night. So Will is having these. I'll probably cut up like an apple or something to go with it. Do you want an apple to go with it?
Sure.
He'll eat whatever I put in front of him, basically. Yes. So I'm going to microwave these, super fancy. I'll show you what everyone ends up eating tonight. It's 4:09, so I think we're going to be staggered eating because I'm not ready. I'm munching on this stuff right now. It's delicious. If you've never tried chocolate covered grapes, highly recommend. Very good. And then chocolate covered potato chips, also very good. What do you like the best out of the 3? The strawberries? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Nom. Crunch. Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
So he wanted an orange versus an apple.
Good grammar.
Good grammar, I know. I almost said a orange. So 2 Popeyes, an orange, and then I'll let you...
Popeyes.
2 Popeyes. Popeyes. Alice, are you having a pot pie when you're ready for food?
Maybe it's either that or a Hot Pocket.
Either that or a Hot Pocket, she said. Jackson will probably, if I had to guess, he will probably have a chicken sandwich with some carrots and apple, if I had to guess. But we'll see. He may change his mind. Like I said, we're all staggered eating today. Today was my shot day for my GLP-1, so my appetite is like not very high. Hi!
Hi!
Anyway, that's Will's dinner for Thursday. I'll fill you in on what everyone else has as they have it. Keeping it fancy around here tonight, friends. Alice is having 2 Hot Pockets. She's dancing, getting down with the bread sauce.
Aside from a Hot Pocket.
It won't focus on you because you're moving too fast, even though you're moving slow. Oh my gosh, focus. There we go. Dancing. She's dancing.
Oh, can't do that.
So when I said there were no leftovers, I lied. I forgot we had 1 serving left of the beef banh mi bowls from last night, which was Jackson's 2nd serving that he didn't eat last night. So now he's having that. Will and Jack just got back from the gym, so he's hungry. So he's got this and an apple. I think this is called a Wonder Crisp. They're from Sam's Club. They're a hybrid Honey Crisp and something else. I don't remember what. From Walmart, we typically get the Cosmic Crisp apples, and they're really, really good and juicy and crispy. But these are Wonder Crisp, I think is what they're called. And we use some of the Better Good sriracha aioli, which is basically like a spicy mayonnaise. And that'll be what he has to start with. He may still be hungry after this because he hasn't eaten much today. Tonight is just a very weird night for food where I didn't have a conventional dinner set up. Jackson and Will and Alice, I think I showed you, Alice had not a smoothie, that's what I'm about to make. Alice had Hot Pockets. Jackson ended up having that beef banh mi bowl and his apple, and then he asked for a Hot Pocket. Will, after getting home from the gym, was hungry from that, so he had 2 Hot Pockets. Alice has not finished her Hot Pocket, her second one, it's like half gone. But Jackson just requested a smoothie, so I'm gonna make a large batch of smoothies for Will and Jackson and Alice. I am still not that hungry. I've been munching on fruit, both the chocolate covered variety and the non-chocolate covered variety. What's up, baby?
This one's cool.
I know this is not a standard vlog, this is a dinner vlog, but Alice wants to show, I assume she wants to show. She's using, we got this set of snap circuits for Jackson when he was like 5 years old. It's this Project Kit Electronics. So she's been going through and doing it. So what does this one do?
When you do this switch, the light and fan spins, but when you press that, that light goes off and that speeds up. So normal, then
So do you know why it does that?
pretty sure that these two are connected, and that takes away the light from that and that gives power to the fan.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. Yeah. So I'm gonna make a big thing of smoothies in our Vitamix. I use milk as our liquid, sliced strawberries, frozen banana, yogurt of some sort. I happen to have the Chobani 20-gram cherry ones. I also have vanilla, but we're gonna use a cherry. And then protein powder of choice tonight is the Clean Simple Eats toasted marshmallow, which is delicious. Absolutely love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this mixed up for everybody and get them portioned out. All right, so like I said, I made a full pitcher. It's right up to the top. This might actually leave a little bit extra that I can have and sip on. If so, I'll definitely take advantage of that. If not, like I said, not super hungry right now. I did do 2 scoops of protein powder in it since I knew I was making a full pitcher. Normally I just do 1 scoop because I'm normally just doing about a half pitcher. But since everyone wanted smoothies, I made a large batch. What a beautiful sight of smoothies all lined up in a row, am I right? Alice didn't want a full one, so I gave her as little as I could after filling the other 3. So I will get a smoothie tonight as well for dinner. High protein, good ingredients, so that'll be good. And hopefully this is it for tonight's dinner video. We will see you again tomorrow for Friday's meal. It's Friday night. We are having frozen pizzas for dinner. Will just popped them in the oven. So we have the Red Baron Classic Crust Pepperoni. 2 of those, and then after those are done cooking while we eat dinner, I'm going to put in the Sister Schubert's glazed maple brown sugar Parker House rolls for dessert. I've never had them. They're like a sweet roll. I thought that they would be yummy. I know that Jackson will probably really enjoy them. He loves bread products. So I've got these ready to go in the oven after the pizzas are done. Alright, so pizza night consists of the frozen pizza. We always add extra cheese, and then for a side, we've got baby carrots and ranch. So that'll be our Friday night dinner. We'll see you again for one more dinner this week, and that'll be crock pot, look at my counter, ham and lentil stew. Alright, these rolls are really, really yummy. Highly recommend. It's almost like a butterscotch sort of glaze. I know it's maple brown sugar, but it reminds me of butterscotch. So that's dessert for tonight, and now we'll see you tomorrow. Alright friends, it is Saturday and we are having a ham and lentil stew tonight. This is going to leave leftovers for tomorrow, so next week's video will start out with a leftover video, but this is the recipe that I'm using for this meal. I'm going to do some lentils, but I'm going to cook them in the Instant Pot. My crock pot doesn't cook them soft enough, so I'm going to try putting those in the Instant Pot and then adding them to the crock pot once they're done and see if that works better. The last time I tried to put lentils in the crock pot, even though they were on high and practically boiling for like most of the day, they just did not soften up. A can of pinto beans, a can of diced tomatoes, 4 cups of chicken broth, and then lots of veggies. We've got potatoes, an onion, cubed ham, obviously not a veggie, but cubed ham. This is a soup bag. I had made vegetable soup last week or the week before, and I only used half of each of these vegetables and I saved the other half. So I've got half a bag of frozen corn, half a bag of frozen lima beans, and half a bag of frozen peas. I got 3 carrots left that I'm gonna go ahead and wash and put in, and then some celery. And then for seasoning, we've got garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt, McCormick all-purpose seasoning. And we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get the veggies prepped. So I've got everything in the crock pot except for the lentils. Those are in the Instant Pot, still cooking. They've got about 10 minutes left. Once those are done, I'll add them in here and just stir everything together and let this cook all day. And then dinner time will be stew with rolls, Sister Schubert yeast dinner rolls. Alright, so dinner is done. We've got the Sister Schubert's rolls, just came out of the oven. And then the stew, which is super, super hot. You can see the steam coming off of it. So we're gonna go ahead and eat, and that'll be a wrap on this week's What's for Dinner video. Thank you so much for coming along on another one. Drop a comment, share some love, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye.